Buttons are fun to press. After all, you pressed on a button to be here. And they're even better when pressing them actually, does something. Can you believe they made a multi-billion-dollar industry off of this? From the A to the circle, there have been a million buttons and a million consoles, all to play video games. They do practically everything, like jumping, moving, attacking, pausing, exiting the game, uninstalling the game, reevaluating your life choices, and nothing apparently. With all these functions, logic dictates that the funnest possible thing to do with these buttons is to go apeshit on them. Why is button mashing so fun? Something about brainlessly slamming every button on the controller as fast as you can is just so satisfying. Sure, you could just chalk it up to monkey business, and yeah, that's 90% of it. But that 10% holds a lot more than you think it does. Hey everyone, it's Bad Luck Boy here, and let's mash our way. That sounds horrible. You got the idea. What better place to start than Mario Party? Button mashing minigames have been a staple of the series since the very first entry. For better, usually for worse. There are many minigames that just want you to spam a button or spin the circle pad as many times as you can. But the reason that they're fun, at least besides the primate tendencies, is that you're up against other people, usually your friends. All of a sudden, the mashing is a competition and your ego wants to be king of the damn jungle. It's such an arbitrary metric. Who can mash buttons better? But during that mashing, it is the only thing you care about. It takes the game where you want to hit your friends across the room and gives you something to hit. The A button. That release of anger and frustration and resentment over the guy who summoned Boo to steal a star from you. It's so raw. Not like you'd know in the moment, because the only thing you'd be paying attention to is your open palm. Yeah, it turns out the best way to do the spinning circle pad ones were just to use your palm instead of your thumb. Cool strat. Now look at the N64 circle pad. You're not spinning an analog stick, you're drilling a hole. Where? Your hands. It got so bad Nintendo issued out official and free gloves to use while playing Mario Party. And they didn't even work that well. Look, the blister in your hand was temporary, but that feeling of bliss of beating everyone and being better than everyone is also temporary. Just don't do it, bro. Maybe we can understand our monkey instincts more if we go to the franchise that is a literal monkey. Donkey Kong. After 3 successful platformers and a 3D collectathon, DK was famous as hell while going into the GameCube. So Nintendo decided that the best course of action was bongos. The DK Congos were used in a myriad of games, but the one that matters to us is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, a platformer that exclusively uses the DK bongos. Mashing, or should I say slamming them, is an integral part of the game. The game is based around beating up enemies, and how do you do that if not beating up your bongos? This culminates in the hype as hell Kong fights, where the way to damage them is to mercilessly beat them up and by extension beat your bongos up. It's not your traditional button mashing, but I say it counts. Thankfully, this carried over to Donkey Kong Country Returns, where instead of the bongos, you shake your Wii Remote and nunchuck as fast and hard as possible. Button mashing in a way like this, where physical strength is an actual factor and it's not just thumb speed, is actually kind of awesome. There's nothing more satisfying and powerful than seeing Donkey Kong, a full-grown gorilla, just throwing a million billion punches and you throwing those punches too. It's a sort of energy and adrenaline that the mashing actually helps release. Have you ever felt so mad that you just wanted to slam your desk or hit something or throw something? It's not just because you're angry, it's because you feel like doing that is gonna make you less angry, like a way to release that anger. This is basically the same, but instead of it being anger you're releasing, it's just pure energy. Think about Wii Sports for a sec. Obviously the motion controls are fun and you're imitating certain actions, but some of the best motion control moments are just when you stop holding back and you can just swing your Wii Remote wildly everywhere. Whether it's cycling or sword fighting or something else, it feels good to stop holding back. Why do you think those punching bag machines at arcades are so fun? Because you get an opportunity to stop holding back and do something you wouldn't do otherwise. Just punch with your full strength. It's cathartic, and it's what button mashing is. Right now, go to your keyboard and spam space over and over and over. Just keep on doing it. It's fun because you get to just go ham, wail on something, try your best. It's a moment where self-control goes out the window because there is nothing to control. You're trying your absolute hardest. And I think there's only one series that uses that aspect perfectly. Kirby's final boss finishers are the best button mashing segments ever. There is so much hype with these, such grand spectacle, such monkey tendencies. It's the perfect example of what a button mashing segment should be. They're fun, satisfying, exciting, dare I say thrilling. You're up against this big bad who's been pulling the strings the entire game and has hurt you and your world. And now you not only get to go off on them, but you get to use the main gimmick the game has been pushing. Nothing activates my monkey brain more than seeing an 18-wheeler Kirby up against a genocidal alien life form. Nothing will ever come close to the amount of hype I felt having to press every button on the controller in a Dragon Ball beam clash. It gets all your excitement, all your adrenaline, all your fun, and lets you cash it in like $1 billion check. And that's not even mentioning the music where the composers got to touch heaven for a minute or two. If you think there's a better button mashing segment I didn't talk about, leave it in the comments. There are like 1 billion that I didn't talk about, but come on man, nothing's beating this. While you're at it, mash the like and subscribe button, it helps a lot. Yet another Kirby W in the books. Button mashing is cool. It's definitely an unappreciated part of games. There's appeal to just brain dead numbers go up brain. And despite all the different ways games make button mashing segments better, yeah, it's mostly just monkey. Still, it's always just refreshing and satisfying to be able to just wail on your controller. Let's hope that new Donkey Kong game is like a lot of button mashing. That would be fun. Next time you get a button mashing segment, just go apeshit, man. I think monkeys are cool. Monkeys are pretty, you know, top 20 animals of all time, I'd say. Maybe top 10. I like bananas a lot. Am I running out of things to say?